everyone. As Monica just said, my name is Danielle, and I am the co-owner of Ada's Technical Books and Cafe. We're located here in Seattle on Capitol Hill. And in the last year, some of you may know, we just moved to a new location, and I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about that move that we had last year. But first, a little bit about myself. I'm an electrical engineer by trade. I was a computer engineer for 4 years before I started Ada's. And my husband, David, who's the other co-owner of Ada's, he's what I like to call a multi-passionate tech entrepreneur. He has about 4 or 5 different businesses, and they're all related to tech in some way, one of which is a series of conferences. TourCon, TourCamp is one of those conferences. It's located here in Washington. It's pretty great. And just in general, David and I are pretty geeky about the way we live our lives. We like to experiment with things like growing our own food, making beer or club mate ourselves, exercising, making our own, or fixing our own bicycles, geeky technology, and the like. So when we decided we were going to move to a new location, we knew for a fact we wanted to add coffee, and that meant we got really into coffee just ourselves. If you go to our house right now, we have about 10 or so different ways of making coffee just at our house. And we learned about a lot of things. We learned about single origins and extractions and dosing out espresso and a lot of really cool stuff. And it's not as easy as it looks. We're still learning. It's pretty fun. But we've been really lucky in that we have a great staff, and really, Ada's has become known for our coffee, which was a little surprising for us and exciting. And that's allowed us to do some really cool and innovative stuff that we're working on. One of the things is, you'll see a cold brew tower there on your left. We're using an Arduino to precisely control the drops going out of that cold brew and make some really tasty cold brew coffee. And that's exciting, and it's cool to see the things that you can do with coffee and tech. The other thing about the move is that it allowed me to work with one of my best friends, Crystal Blaylock G. Crystal is a cook. She's professionally trained. She went to culinary school. And she has this amazing ability of taking simple and fresh ingredients and making something just mind-blowingly amazing, like juniper berry granola and like something simple like a beet salad. She also has a really great business sense and is able to train people on how to recreate these great things. And it's been really great working with her every day in our cafe. And that's actually maybe the thing I'm the most excited about for this next year at Ada's is our food program and our cafe program. There's a lot of room to do some exciting things and see where that grows, and that's going to be pretty fun. And the combination of really excellent food, good coffee, and then the books and the events that we were having before we moved has created this great community. It's grown the community that David and I set out to create when we first started Ada's, and that's been really exciting. The other thing about the move is the location. We found this really great house up on 15th, like I said, in Capitol Hill, and it was the perfect mixture of charming and dilapidated, and we could create exactly what we wanted to create. So we had a great architecture team at Board and Vellum and our contractors with Model Remodel, and we were able to reuse a lot of the original things from that space. So we reused all of the doors from the original house in this thing that we call the door wall. It's pretty prominent in the middle of our store. We also reused all the lumber from the interior of the original walls. If you go into our new space, you'll see a lot of exposed wood, and almost all of that is original to the space. We reused the mantelpiece, we reused windows, we recreated a little nook in the cafe to be exactly like how it was before we moved in, with antique glass and the same molding and everything. And also, moving to the new space allowed us to work with some really fantastic artists. The Seattle city skyline, that's made out of reclaimed flooring, also from the original space, and that artist, it's on the exterior of our building. That artist is Nicholas Hernandez. And then the lights in the door wall, that's a project with Jared Boone and Zach Archer. There's over 4,000 individually addressable LEDs in that wall. They're controlled with an FPGA and a Beagle bone, and that's a pretty fun project. So David and I now are working on what's next, which I'd like to officially announce tonight. We're working on a project called The Office. It's going to be a co-working space, and it will be upstairs at Ada's. You can go to theoffice.adasbooks.com to find out a little more information. And again, my name is Danielle Hulton. I'm the co-owner of Ada's and now The Office, and you can find my contact information on the screen. Thanks so much for your time.